Welcome back to Indigo Park. How you doing? How's it going? Finally getting back on track for my vacation. Anyone else out there who works night shift, who ever took a week off and you switched back to day shift for your week off, knows the struggle of getting back into the swing of things. I pulled a 27-hour awake, got back into it. But tomorrow I think I'll start feeling better. Ish. It's fun. I wouldn't trade that week off for the world, though. That was a lot of fun. I didn't even do anything. Me and my girlfriend just played Peak. But, like, I don't know. To me, that's fun. To me, that's a lot of fun. I like doing that. I don't necessarily have to go somewhere. You know what I mean? Anyway. Rambly. Look, man. Rambly was part of my vacation, of course. Indigo Park has no rest days until Chapter 2 comes out. So Rambly was there. He was there for all of it. Except Peak. He didn't play Peak with us. He was too busy, like, repairing the park and stuff, you know?
Is this your first time here at the park? Or did you just get plastic surgery? No worries. It's Rambly Tuesday. So you qualify for a big discount on your visit. Just follow me to the main gate. Ooh, I can't wait for you to see everything Indigo Park has to offer.
Yeah! Let's do it. Oh, I'm an idiot. I gotta go this way.
The Indigo Pilot power generator. Seems to be inoperable. Looks like it's missing a piece. Can you find it? Welcome to Indigo Park. Oh, silly Rambly. Every guest needs a critter cup. That will allow you access to some areas, turn into the room, and wear a critter cup. I think there's some in the food shop. Head in there and I'll get you set up. There you go, buddy. Your very own critter cup. A new way to interact with the park that also doubles as a pedometer, heart monitor, and mood ring. The door mysteriously locked. Why not test it?
Excuse me.
Save the day.
Indigo Park shirts.
Hooray! Great work, buddy. Now try entering the park, and we can start our Indigo adventure.
Indigo Park. I don't know, like, I know that these were mentioned, and he was like, oh, we probably changed the design slightly of these, but honestly, like, these shirts are kind of perfect. I don't know, I like them. Like, this Molly McCall one I like. Maybe, you know what, though? Maybe a different picture of Molly, right? Like, the same exact design with the square and the whole Molly McCall, but, like, a different Molly in the middle, maybe. But that Molly's still cool, but maybe, like, the Nightmare version of Molly, you know, the horror version, if they actually release it, you know, the blood dripping and everything, that'd be pretty cool. I get that. I'd actually get that. And I don't buy shirts, but I'd get that one. And there's that one. What are the shirts, actually? Maybe I should buy shirts. Hold on a second. Let's visit the Indigo Park shop while we're in the on the train ride. What's going on over there? Is it still stocked with stuff? Or I know I bought the Rambly figurine, and I have the makeshift plushie. So I have the Vinyl figure and the makeshift plushie. Yeah, you guys have cookies. I'm the perfect size to sit on your shelf. I don't need to ramble on about it. Click the button below. Yeah, there's shirts and stuff here. Hello, shirts. Shop tees. Oh, they're still actually available too. They're not sold out.
Why not celebrate this great deal with a ride on my railroad? Test your sleuthing skills
Oh, there's a lot of shirts.
all by yourself.
I've never actually looked at the shirts before, so this is like my first time. Oh, there's a lot of shirts. Hold on. I want to get on the train so I can really scroll through this. They got that Molly and Lloyd one together, which is pretty cool. Indigo Park like that. Oh, there's like a Molly one that's like kind of like nightmarish. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Yo. And there is actually the Indigo Park logo shirt. Yeah. Well, these have all already happened. I like how there's a Salem shirt. We don't even know anything about Salem yet, but there's a Salem shirt. Do any of you have any of these shirts? I'm sure someone has to have some. Someone that's watching this channel is bound to have a shirt. The Rambly shirt. The character shirts are pretty cool. You know, Rambly's my boy. He's my favorite, so I probably like the Rambly shirt. But honestly, the Molly Nightmare, like the Nightmare version of Molly shirt, I'd show you, but my phone's just like a white screen. I mean, I could try to see if you see anything. Probably not, though. But that Molly right there, I like it. I really like that. That's my favorite one. Cool. Play the game. Apparel, Rambly, early access sign up. Okay, so that's what we have right now. I do like that the Rambly, that there is still Rambly figures. That's not like limited. I like that. Because I did miss the Rambly, the hell was it? Not the makeshift plushie, was it U2's? U2's. Yeah, it was U2's. The U2's plushie. I missed the U2's plushie. Yeah, the U2's one, they're like so much money, dude, on eBay. Like, I kind of want to collect like every Rambly that's ever released, though. I kind of want to collect them. Like, I'm not going to collect every single character or every piece of merch. I'm not that crazy, but I would like maybe every piece of Rambly merch. You know what I mean? Excluding clothes, like the figurines or the plushies or whatever. But I don't have $125 to just buy a little plush. You know what I mean? Not right now. I did. That's actually how we got the makeshift plushie, because we missed the sale for the makeshift plushie. So me and my girlfriend, we actually split it 50-50 and bought the makeshift plushie so we can have them sitting in the living room. One day we can do the same thing for the U2's plushie. It's just a little tight right now. A little bit later. It doesn't look like they're going anywhere. I mean, they've been out for over a year and they're still on eBay, so I'm sure you can find one no matter what. But yeah, next time just don't be late and you're going to get it. You know what I mean? But I got really into Indigo Park after all those sales had happened, I'm pretty sure, so... Because when Indigo Park first came out, like I watched, I think, who played 8-Bit Ryan maybe? I think it was 8-Bit Ryan, I'm not sure. Whoever it was, I watched play it, right? And I was like, oh, cool, that game's pretty cool. You know, that's a pretty cool game. It's a cool raccoon, cool game, you know? But I didn't think much of it. And then all of a sudden one day, like we just had nothing to watch, me and my girl, so we just pulled up a different YouTuber playing Indigo Park, and then I, for some reason, really liked it after that. I'm like, yo, this is like really cool. Like the first time I watched it, I was like, oh, this is pretty cool, you know? But then the second time I watched it, that's when it clicked. And I'm like, yo, I actually really like this game. I like the concept. And then a few months later, I started this challenge. Meow. Give me that. Quiet. Another top stories about Chad you didn't need to know. That's okay. So part 300, like I said, I'm going to clarify again. I'm probably not live streaming part 300. I'm probably not going to live stream. I want to do something a little different. We've live streamed the last the last two special episodes, and 250 was basically just a very like watered down version of what 200 was, and it just didn't really hit right. It didn't feel like a special episode, so it's like, I got to do something different. That was on me. To be honest, I shouldn't have done the live stream twice. I should have done something different. So I'm just gonna do a different like challenge. It's gonna be a YouTube video, and I'll just find something goofy or fun to add to it to make it a special episode. Gonna return to the roots a little bit with that. Dude, after episode 50, the freaking Rambly Fitness episode, what's funny is like later in that same week, I got super freaking sick, man. Like really sick. I caught like a really bad flu. Flu type A. Cool, right? It's a terrible flu. It was awful, dude. I'm not even kidding. Like my fever legitimately got up to 107. I'm pretty sure my boss didn't believe me, and I honestly, I don't blame him for not believing me, because that's pretty unfreaking believable. I actually went to the urgent care about that, and they pretty much told me that, like, okay, this is what you have. They figured out what I have. They're like, you have the flu type A, and they're like, so we're going to prescribe Theraflu. Was it Theraflu? No, Theraflu's over the counter. What was it they gave me? Tamiflu. That's what, Tamiflu. They prescribed me some Tamiflu, and then they're like, so with that high fever, watch it. You don't want it to get too high, too much higher than that. They're like, honestly, like we could send you to the ER if you feel like you need to go to the ER, or you can just watch it at home. So I was like, really? All right. I'm like, I guess I'll go home. But it stayed up there, like 105, 106 for like 3 days, and then it finally came down to like 102, 101, and it went lower. That was an insanely high fever, man. I've never had a fever that high before. But you know what? I got my tonsils removed in April of 2024. And by the way, I think the little suckers are growing back, and I'm mad about it. I don't want them back. I got them out for a freaking reason. But anyways, digress with that. Got my tonsils out in 2024. So I kind of think maybe having no tonsils had something to do with that, because I know that tonsils help like make infections less severe, and I didn't have them this time around. I mean, I'm not a doctor or anything, but makes sense, right? Oh, man. Tonsils. I'm very happy to not have tonsils anymore. To be honest, the recovery for that was god-awful, but you know what, man? If they actually grow back, and if I have the same problems that I was having, I will go through it again. I don't care. I will go through it again. I'm not dealing with freaking the issues I had with my tonsils again, man. If they come back, forget that. I'm actually really happy I found stuff to ramble on about this episode, because, man, I did not want another just sitting here dead quiet episode. That gets really boring for me. I like talking. There's just, after every day you run out of things to talk about, so even what I talked about today, I think I've talked about before. Because, there's only so much about your personal life you really want to, put out on the internet, you know what I mean? I already put out a lot more than a lot of other people would. So it's like, there's a lot of things you don't talk about. And the things you are willing to talk about, it's just like, eventually, if you start talking every day, you run out of stuff to talk about. And as far as the game goes, we ran out of content to talk about the game a while ago. Molly Ahoy saved that for a while. But we're kind of back to square one with that again. I'm ready for chapter 2, man. Yo, I'm not going to lie to you guys. Check this out, okay? When chapter 2 comes out, you can trip all you want, but this is how it's going to go, okay? Let's say chapter 2 comes out on a Wednesday, all right? So either that Tuesday or Wednesday will be the last episode of playing Indigo Park every day. But I will not play chapter 2 until Friday or Saturday. I'm going to make sure it's on a night off that I have because I want to enjoy the chapter. I'm not going to play it on a work night when it's the afternoon and there's light shining in here. Hell no, dude. It needs to be dark. The mood needs to be freaking right. We're not doing that. So if it comes out like on a Tuesday or something, we're waiting for the weekend, all right? I'm going to say it now. I'll say it again a couple times, but I'm playing that game at night. My camera's going to be practically black. Like, you'll see my face from the reflection of the screen. That's it. Because I'm going to get in the zone. I'm going to forget I'm recording probably. Like, that's how into the zone I want to get with the game. At the very least, I won't need a refresher of chapter 1, right? Oh, and I saw that we had a couple new subscribers. Welcome. We just play Indigo Park, chapter 1 every day. After this is over, we're going to play chapter 2. Not every day, just once. And then I don't know what we're going to do after that. But we're in here. Every 50 episodes, I do a special episode where I make it a little less mundane. I add something like goofy to it. And pretty much we all, at least whoever joined one of my live streams, we all agreed that 50 is the perfect number. Because I was thinking of doing a special episode every 20 or 25, but everyone's kind of like, nah, it's the 50. 50 works better. And I agree too, 50 works better. So a lot of the episodes in between the 50s are going to be, there are some good ones in there. There are some ones where I talk a lot, but a lot of them are just me like blankly staring at the screen playing through the game, you know. Actually, we should click the Ramley Cup. We never get that. I never picked that up. Once in a blue moon, we play the arcade game. Thanks, dude. Alright, y'all. I'm going to head to bed, man. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Take it easy. Have a good one.